There's my Toyota GR86 at some garage with a 2018 Elantra SE and a monster on the Elantra? I'm sure it was at fault for the carnage of the Elantra. Poor car swiped by a red light running truck and trailer. But Yellow Jacket Garage did save the day. Yes, Bryan rescued the Elantra so that it could go back home despite the lack of any help from the car insurance company. Welcome to Road Odyssey. Thank you for joining me. And if you like the videos that I provide, please subscribe. Remember, I have my Facebook page. You can follow me there daily or weekly to see what's going on. I am very happy that such a great friend as Bryan came to my daughter's aid back in January. At Yellow Jacket Garage, my daughter's car found a renewed life. As you can see, the passenger side was clipped badly by the swing out of a trailer from which a truck was running a red light, of which he did get a ticket from the police. Although the incident was sent to claims with the police report, the insurance company would not help my daughter in any way. You will readily notice that the front bumper, headlight, windshield, washer reservoir, brackets, wheel, and tire was damaged. Furthermore, the axle was slightly pulled, the lower control arm and tie rod was bent, of which Bryan shows later. But my first day was getting the car ready for transport to Yellow Jacket Garage. Bryan and I charged the Elantra battery and the car fired up and drove with virtually no warning lights. I drove it onto the U-Haul trailer and our journey to Yellow Jacket Garage began. Once there, I had a chance to say hello to other family members of Bryan's. A subsequent visit to Yellow Jacket Garage, and we dug deeper into the first set of parts needed just to see if the Elantra would be drivable and legal on the road. That means a light, wiper fluid reservoir, maybe some wiring harness pieces and body pieces, fender, bumper maybe, and a wheel for sure. It came time to search for parts. Bryan and I both tried some salvage yards. I went to a Pickers near me as Bryan visited another. Later, he and I went to Locos Gringos, spending time in the yard, getting a little bit of nothing, something, whatever. Nothing that helped much. Then we went to RCS for a wheel. Now, not having found much for an Elantra, Bryan ordered the lower control arm and tie rod end as quickly as he could, got them put on, and test ran the car with the fixed up donut, which it seemed to do fine, so we began ordering more parts. We also called a local tire and alignment shop to do its thing. Tires came in, the car was easily aligned and drove like new. So, time for the pretty parts to be ordered now. Here is one set of parts that I ordered. Front bumper, brackets for the bumper, and whatever. The fender and the light had been ordered. Bryan worked hard to get all of these fun items back on properly. A little bit of repair was temporary, and some things like the hood was not getting replaced or any further repair since I didn't see monetary value in doing so. Finally, exterior parts, fender and bumper, were to go on. Bryan did paint the fender with whatever paint he already had and some just at a local shop that was kind of close to that gray. since the fender had no paint on it. Bryan once again went that extra mile and got the brake duct vent for the front bumper, all of which was quality control approved by the Geico employee, whom was a constant oversight of Bryan's wonderful work. Quite unexpectedly, Bryan delivered the Elantra to my house. Extremely nice. For free donated labor, plus, at Bryan's expense, at least 2 vital parts, I know this was a very well done repair. Now, the car is returned to my daughters, whom has commented that the car runs and operates better than before, which could be a result of new tires and alignment. The car is definitely in great functional condition now. As a result of all this, please do me a favor and check out the Yellow Jacket Garage channel. He has, at this time, 4 videos related to repair work on the Elantra, all of which can be applied to many other vehicles. Also, know that Bryan and his lovely wife did some salvage yard digs, handled the alignment situation for me, got the new battery. You saw him painting the fender, and there was probably much more that he did without any of my involvement beyond what I may have mentioned in this video. I thank Bryan and his wife very, very much for all their great help. I want to end by giving my thoughts on some insurance companies. While there are many that provide great services, that's not always true of those that claim to do more for less money. My daughter used Root, costing more and more every month for reasons like, oh, the weather is changing in your area, so you need to pay more. Well, you know what I say? That's BS. Furthermore, I looked Root up, and just out of tons of kind of negative things I found, Forbes shows how they are only good if you are a flawless driver. Otherwise, they have terrible customer claim services, more than 2 times worse than average, and grades badly in claims work. My daughter can be another perfect example. She was armed even with a police report, perhaps because the other driver had no insurance, I don't know. But Root basically told my daughter to take a hike. Had it not been for Bryan's immense help, plus some of Daddy's money, she would have been without a car. I seriously appreciate Bryan and all of his sacrifices to help us. As for our decision to repair the car, it may have been a draw in terms of the money spent. Her car was worth maybe $6,000 or $7,000. I spent about $3,000 for repairs, and that did not include a little bit of Bryan's personal expenditures that he really wanted to throw in. She still owed about $5,000. Now, because the value of the car was so low, minus the money put into it, I figure we lost maybe $4,000 in total. Again, I figured this ahead of time, and it's why I didn't want to spend any more money for paint and a hood or anything else than I had to. The insurance company was right that the car should be totaled, but they were not going to help in any way. Even if it was totaled, they weren't going to help, really. So fixing the car to make it drivable was basically our choice. So to get our money out of the car, it will have to be driven as much as possible for as long as possible. I may be wrong about this, but that's what our amount of money could afford us. I really want to thank you very much for watching this video. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Please like and subscribe and view. Views are what makes the YouTube world go round. And with that, please relax, take it easy, and I will see you later. Bye.